Hey, Michael Hudson here with video blog number 2. Taking a different approach today. Number 1, it's a great day. I wanted to be outside. More importantly, today's the day I'm trying to take some downtime, get some other things done. So today I thought I'd come outside, do a little video with you to cover some things I think can help you as you grow your expert business, as a speaker, coach, or consultant. And I want to share some of the background, if you will. You know, a lot of times people ask me when they meet me somewhere, well, what do you do besides that? Well, my passion is cooking, okay? My original plan in life was to get a PhD, go teach at a college until I earned tenure and could take a sabbatical, and then go to France to cooking school, because I just wanted to learn. I wanted to really go somewhere where I could immerse myself for a period of time. Now, that didn't pan out so well. I had some great success in my first college gig, which gave me a chance to get another one, so I stayed in that world and didn't actually take that time and do that. But cooking has always been something I do for relaxation and enjoyment, and today I'm doing some new work on my brand new Kamado Joe grill that my wife got me for my 60th birthday recently. And so what we're going to do today is I'm going to share with you the process of where we are at the 5-hour mark in smoking this pork shoulder I'm smoking, so we can have some pulled pork for dinner. Now, I also want to draw an analogy here between the cooking process and what you're trying to do in building your business. Well, everything you do in your business needs to have preparation as well. And I want to describe that in a way that uses the cooking analogy in a way I think might help you. So I'm going to walk over here and go ahead and take this off the grill and go ahead and wrap it. And while I'm doing that, I'm just going to share my story with you here. So here's what I think you need to recognize. There are 2 types of people who cook. There are cooks and there are chefs. A cook is a person who follows the recipe. They read, they learn, they see what's there, they follow the step-by-step process, they go buy the ingredients, they come home, they assemble them, they cook. Now, some cooks lay everything out in advance, others don't. Then there are chefs. Now, chefs don't have to be trained, but chefs are people who are looking for different ways to do things. So a chef is likely to be someone who's going to read a lot of books. They're going to learn a lot. They're going to read a lot of recipes. They're going to go shopping. They're going to say, hey, here's how I would put these things together, and I can make this new dish. So they're going to create something new. And you say, well, Michael, how does that relate to my business? In a perfect manner. First of all, there are people who are speakers, coaches, and consultants who are fantastic cooks. They have a recipe. They may have created it themselves. They may have gotten it from somewhere else. They may have learned it from a course they took or a certification program, and they walk in and they do what that recipe says, and they create an impact, and then they leave. They also may have a recipe for how they find new client opportunities. They may have a recipe for how they deliver their programs, a recipe for the documentation, all those things. Then there are the chefs. Now, the chefs are the people who are going to be busy like I'm doing here, wrapping up this pulled pork, because they've made their own rub. They didn't want to buy the store-bought rub. They've read other recipes and figured out ingredients they think would work together. They've used their tool the way their tool was designed, but they've tweaked something here or there. The mix of wood I use for smoking is slightly different than what some other people might use. My rub is different, so my meat's going to have a different taste than what others are going to use. Now, what I'm going to do ultimately, though, is what? I'm going to build a set of patterns and processes that I use. And those patterns and processes are going to be the things that make me different in the marketplace. Now, that's not to say that a cook can't be different if that approach won't work. But every cook following the same recipe is going to be the same person, basically, and deliver the same impact. The reason I think you need to think more like a chef in your business is, first of all, a chef never does anything without putting everything in place. The term mise en place is the term they use. Everything in its place. They get the things in their place. Then when they go to prepare the meal, they have a step-by-step thing that they go through that sometimes has a little creativity thrown in on the side, but it lets them produce the same thing over and over again. So as I wrap this back up and put it back on the grill, let's bring this episode to an end. And here's the reality. You may be a cook, you may be a chef. Either way, there are some common things you need to take away from our conversation today that can help you grow your business. Number 1, you need a system and a process. Number 2, you need to follow it. Number 3, if you're going to bring your creativity into it at a high level, you're moving into chef territory. And what makes the great chefs be people you've heard about, and what allows them to run restaurants that you dine in and enjoy, is that they've learned how to take that creative stuff, package it together, and then teach others how to do it. And isn't that what we all do as speakers, coaches, and consultants? Now, the other thing I wanted to share with you today is a very important point. There's a reason I'm doing what I'm doing today. It has nothing to do with my enjoyment of cooking. It has to do with one thing. I'm about to go on the road for a number of days, serve a number of different clients, and I needed some white space up here. I needed some mental space and distance to give me a chance to just get ready to go do that. So this is how I do that. I take the day, and instead of working trying to create content, share things on Twitter, I come fire up my Kamado Joe, and I come out here and create something that will be a nice meal for us. And probably one of the reasons that smoking meat and barbecue like this is so much fun for me, and why I like it so much, is it takes time, which means it gives me a chance to have some mental processing about nothing while I'm waiting for the next step. I hope you're doing the same. We've got a weekend coming up, and for some of you, I know it's going to be a challenging weekend if you're in some of those areas where the hurricane is coming. But what I hope you'll do is make some time for you this weekend to step back, get some mental space, throw something on your grill. Think about the cook versus chef analogy. Decide which one you are, which one will serve you best, and make a commitment to go forward following that approach. Hey, thanks for listening today and watching. If you found this helpful, I'd love it if you'd give us a thumbs up. Click the subscribe button so you don't miss any future episodes. And if you've got a comment or you'd like to share some insight on how you get some mental space, please post it in the comments below. And I'd be honored if you take a few minutes and just post this on social media and share it with your colleagues and friends and associates, people who could benefit from thinking about the message I've shared with you today. Hey, this is Michael Hudson reminding you, get out there this week and get your message heard, because there's someone waiting who needs to hear it.